Despised. Prince Harry fatally blasted as Duke mentions home and service in new Hypocrite speech. Prince Harry has mentioned service and home in a speech at a Warrior Games event. Jill Biden is teaming up with Prince Harry on Monday to celebrate the Warrior Games, the first event for the two of them since she entered the White House. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and Ken Fisher, chairman and CEO of Fisher House Foundation, will join the duo for the virtual event, which will honor Warrior Games athletes, their families, and caregivers. Jill Biden and Prince Harry have a relationship prior to her becoming First Lady thanks to their work on veterans issues and with military families, with Jill and Joe Biden having attended his Invictus Games in the past. Despite their 33-year age gap, Jill and Harry have formed a bond over their shared interest in veterans affairs. The Duke of Sussex co-hosted a virtual event for the Warrior Games, which celebrate injured active duty and veteran U.S. military service members. Harry, who quit royal duties last year for a new life in California with Meghan Markle, said, "It's not about the medals. It's not even so much about the winning, as far as most of us are concerned you guys have already won. These games are so important, whether it's the Warrior Games, whether it's the Invictus Games, it is ultimately the reminder of service, both at home and overseas. It is about caring for our physical as well as our mental fitness. And that, again, is not just those who wear the uniform, but every single one of you. Because as we know, once served, always serving, and that goes across the whole family network." The 2021 Warrior Games in Orlando, Florida, have been cancelled due to the COVID pandemic. Harry, who spent 10 years in the Army, said the event was the inspiration behind the Invictus Games which he started. He said, "I am so sorry that we're not all together at the Warrior Games where we should be. The pandemic has certainly changed or flipped life upside down for so many people. I will never forget that first visit that I had to the Warrior Games, which inspired me to create the Invictus Games, and the Invictus Games never would have been created had I not been inspired by every single one of you, and your companions, and the families for everything that you give to the service of this country." Harry appeared alongside U.S. First Lady Jill Biden, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin and Ken Fisher, CEO of Fisher House Foundation, at the virtual event. Harry also started the Invictus Games for Wounded Warriors, which Jill Biden has attended with him. The two games share a deep bond, Jill's office said. During a June visit to the United Kingdom for the G7 summit, where she had separate meetings with Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, and the Queen, Jill Biden touted the great work of Prince Harry's Invictus Games when she met with British veterans as part of her Joining Forces initiative. She had kind words for the games Prince Harry established for disabled veterans and for Walking with the Wounded, another veterans group championed by the Duke of Sussex. "I've done a lot with the Invictus Games and Walking with the Wounded. Joe and I met with them. So there's so many connections, and that's why it was important to hear their stories and hear how they've triumphed," she said of her interest in veterans matters. Jill Biden is also the daughter of a World War II veteran, and her late son Beau served in the Delaware Army National Guard. When she became First Lady, she restarted Joining Forces, the group for military families she originally began with Michelle Obama. Jill Biden served as patron of Walk of America, a 2018 expedition led by Walking with the Wounded, a group Prince Harry was patron of. Harry walked with 6 veterans, 3 Americans and 3 British, during one of their UK legs.